And just a brief recap, right side hill, already bombed it with tea. You can see just little guys coming up here and there, and everywhere. So it's already going to have a nice, contrast of the red, the green, some purple, some yellow action going on through there. Add some more sisals. They look beautiful, totally gorgeous up there. If we could think about something to do with these weak shower trees on both sides of the hills in the long term, kind of I guess just really have to take them out because they're not really working. But for now, as facilitators to control erosion and help establish everything, that would be good. And we're gonna get a lot more sweet potatoes to totally run down the hill. I know we talked about just getting a couple 100 pounds, and at anywhere, approximately around $1 a pound, sometimes less, sometimes more. I'm going to talk to some farmers and see what I can do as far as getting everything wholesale. Yeah, so we'll just get the sweet potatoes to run down here, and also like you wanted to run along down this trench in Station 1. So we'll get the sweet potatoes and take care of that, and then just walking briefly inside. Not much to change here. A couple fundamental issues. Oh, and quickly, put some dwarf coconuts here in this little patch here. Try to get that puakinikini flower-like vine with the electric orange flowers, trumpet-style flowers, to run along this vine on both sides. Run along this rock wall on both sides, rather. So we'll try to do that. Let me see. Then coming in, I have to just show you the contrast. We have just these. This is a good example of what they do. These ferns down here, they just kind of crap out. They're dense, they're chlorotic, they don't look good, they're a management nightmare given the nature of how much foliage, the sheer volume of foliage between the ficus and the plumeria falls down here. We can't get it out. It stays looking totally messy and unmanaged, just like that. And it also kills out a lot of like the nice little ferns, the nice little loae ferns, kupu ferns. So we're gonna pull this nasty fern action out and get just like we talked about, just get some kupus along the edge, and we're gonna kind of get a lot more tea, get some a little pakake. We're gonna try to manage our hibiscus like this, between kind of like upper torso and head height, things that are just totally barraging you with color and ideally scent, but at a higher level, so that the foliage that gets dropped can be pulled out and totally be mulched. Because this is the difference between, stuff that is not managed, just kind of looks messy and nasty, and then if we walk over here, when you run it through the mulcher, this is what it looks like. Totally uniform. Well, I mean, and even some has been dropped on here since, but just totally organic, but yet uniform, giving it a nice like landscape feel to it. And again, there still has been some debris that has dropped itself on top of here, but in general, just like a nice aesthetically appropriate grade of mulch and material. It looks like it's been managed. It looks like it's organic yet manicured, comfortably, a comfort level of manicuring. And so just to add some of those, appropriate leveled plants. There's a lot of tea that's been bombed in here. We're gonna mulch it. We're gonna diatomaceous earth it. And again, because this is the area that, things that are not regionally appropriate are actually gonna work. we're gonna try to go with that more flowering things if we can, like the gingers work in here, but you know, right now you just kind of have a problem with awkwardly spaced spindly little things that we need to first trim down, get them to bush out, get them to get a larger girth, and just kind of fill in. And so we're going to do that, but we're also going to increase the density a little bit with tea, with hibiscus, with the bukake, and then anything else that you know, like you'd mentioned that, you know, if it looks cool, send you a picture, and we'll talk about it. But I know that we can get all of those things pretty much for free as it is right now. So you know, and that not being the highest priority, but still a consideration, we're gonna try to do that. Yeah, so again, just kind of get the kupu-kupus, which are, see if I can find some right now. Those are like the nice little fiddlehead ferns. The fiddleheads are edible, just along the edges, and then just get the mid-torso to, you know, above the head length with a wider girth, you know, peppering of the teas, of the hibiscus, of etc., so that we can manage all the foliage. Sheer like amount of foliage that gets dropped here is just incredible. We can manage it, we can chip it, we can mulch it, we can diatomaze, just earth it, and this place can totally be easy to maintain and just more than aesthetically pleasing. So that's the interior, and I think that'll conclude this session of the films. And any thoughts, any further thoughts? Oh, yeah, we're gonna bring the plumerias down, because like we talked about, literally they've grown several feet in the last year all of a sudden, and we're gonna bring them down. I've already brought them away from the house, but it'll be nice to bring them down too, because it'll bring the flowers back down. Yeah, and so that's it. That's about it. Just more of the same, mulch and easy installation. No water issues here, so we're good to go on that. And yeah, if you guys have anything, any thoughts, anything you'd like to add, anything you'd like to detract, please let me know, because this is the least priority right now, this area. We're just gonna leave it as it is until we finish with everything else back up top. Okay, alright, aloha.